Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are continuing with NoteQuest. We're going to be doing some Hexploring today, since in the last episode we managed to clear out the Temple of the Cold Darkness, which means that our 2 dungeons in our map are done. Got to find somewhere else to have some fun. And I think at the end of the last episode I was talking about my plans. I was thinking about getting the ambidextrous advanced career or advanced job. What are they called again? Advanced something. Advanced class. Yeah, I was thinking about the ambidextrous, which allows me to use 2 weapons. But I've got nothing to provide light, which is a problem. So until I find a lamp, I'm kind of stuck with just using 1 weapon. So what I did was I took the scholar class, which gave me some more spells to use, which are damn useful. And I'm now thinking of actually building a tower. Because with buildings, you can actually put extra items, equipment that you can't carry. You can actually keep at your building. Now, there is a chance that a random one will be stolen whenever you leave to do an adventure, but it does give me that kind of option. So a house costs 200, but it only has a defense of 2, which means on a 3+, something gets nicked while I'm away. The next one's the tower. Now the tower has a defense of 4, which means on a 5 or 6, something gets nicked. But that's a lot better. And it's the best I can get without getting the noble class. So that's the plan. However, I need an empty hex to build the tower. And if it's plains, then it's the standard price. Anything else is double the bloody price. So that's the plan. I've got enough coins. I'm now going to do some exploring to find an empty plains tile or hex to build my tower, but I also need to find somewhere else to do some adventuring. Right, let us get on with this. So again, this episode we're going to be exploring. We're not going to be doing any dungeon delving. Yeah, I've got 3 magic weapons. Did any of my other characters have any magic weapons? I honestly can't remember. But Isaac, the Dragonkin blacksmith, has 3. Now I've got to think, which one am I going to equip? I have my vampiric warhammer, which does d6 plus 1 damage, but it allows me to recover 1 hit point per attack, which could be useful. Sometimes that 1 hit point can make the difference. I also have a kukri of destruction, which does d6 plus 2. But I also have a vorpal sword, does d6 plus 1, but it kills on 6s. Now I'm kind of torn between the vampiric and the vorpal. I don't know. I don't roll that many 6. If it was kills on a 1, I'd be golden. I'd be set. This would be my weapon for life. But it ain't going to be like that. So I think I'll stick with the vampiric weapon to begin with. I did find a couple of pieces of armor. What else? Got a lot. Like I say, I've got loads of stuff. I don't have a huge amount of space. I've got 4 fireballs, 1 cold ray and 1 teleport spell, which is good. Now having 3 spells also allows me access to more advanced classes like the mage, even the necromancer, because I've used the cold ray spell. So we'll have to see. But today we are Hexploring. So before we start rolling up the terrain and the world around us, please take a moment to like and subscribe. Would really appreciate that. And share. Let's spread the word. Let people know what I'm doing. There's going to be a lot more games coming along, not just NoteQuest, but some others as well. I'm going to be using this little wooden disc to show where I am on the map. And I think we're going to start. So I have my full complement of torches and provisions. I'm fully healed, got all my spells back. and we're going to start in hex number 1, the human city, because that's where I left it last time. Right. So we are going to explore the world. I'll leave my bookmark there. So if you haven't watched my previous videos, NoteQuest is basically 2 different products. You have the basic game, which you can download. I think it's pay what you want or free, which is basically this part here gives you plenty of things to play with. But there is an expanded version. I think this is the cover for the expanded version, and I think it's only $2, but it adds a whole lot more to the game. You have many more dungeon types. You have politics and continental warfare between kingdoms. You can have buildings, animals, hirelings, more spells, more classes, more races, different worlds to travel. Oh, it's such a... Forget the free bit. Forget the free one. Get the expanded one because it comes with the free one anyway. And it's such a good game. Now, with Hexploring, this is where we're doing the world building part of this game in the advanced rules. We are trying to explore the world. Now, I may have made a bit of a boo-boo because I chose the cold climate for this game, for this map, which is a lot more deadly than the hot climate I'm finding. Glaciers. Glaciers are dangerous. Dangerous. Right, let us begin. I need to find an empty plains hex, and I need to find another location to adventure in. So this is water, this is mountain, this is glacier. Donk. P is plains, G is glacier, T is tundra. So yeah, I mean, I can't go into this hex. I could go to this city, the Goblin City, and then explore these hexes here. Or I could go into the mountains and then explore these 3. Okay, we have 20 provisions. Normally, if you move into plains, it costs you 1 provision in terms of traveling cost. Mountains costs you 3 provisions. Everything else is 2 provisions. So you need to manage that so you can get back to a city and replenish your stocks. So we are going to move into the mountains. Now, whenever you move into a hex that does not have a location, you have to check that there is no event. And I'm pretty sure it happens every time you move into the hex. So if I move into the mountains, come back out, move back in, I've got to check for an encounter again, an event. I think that's how it works. So we are going to move to the mountain here. We are going to roll to find out if we have an event. So this is mountain. Right, on a 7+, nothing happens. On a 2 to 6, something happens, we can see here. So, mountain. We get a 10. Good start, because a 10 means nothing happens. We're safe. However, moving into the mountains costs me 3 provisions. So I have 17 left. Got to keep track of that, because I've got to get back to the city to restock. So now that we're in the mountain, I can see what are in the adjacent hexes, what terrain there is. So what we do is we roll for each one. Now we are in mountains. Sorry, that's the location. Mountain. Okay, so we're rolling on this column here. So we have a chance of finding a plane, but it's on a 6. Okay, so we are going to be checking here, and then here. Okay, so in the first hex, which is the one next to the water, we get a 3, which is another mountain. So this will be hex number, what did we get up to last time? 16. So this will be 17, and it's another mountain. This hex, another mountain. Okay, this is not going to be good. This is 18. Oops. This is not going to be good for my provisions. And then the last hex, 2. Another mountain. Oh my god. This is 19. No, 19. Right. Now for these 3 hexes, I now have to check whether there's a location. It could be a city, it could be some kind of ruins, it could be something else. But I have to check each one. Now for each one, I have to roll a dice. On a 6, there's a location, and I then have to roll to see what kind of location there is. So hex 17, we've got a location. 18, nope. 19, nope. I could have done with that 6 just now to get planes. Right, so there is a location in hex 17. I don't have to go there. I can identify what it is. Now this is a mountain, right? So we're going to roll here to find out what the location is. It is a 5. A dwarven city. Okay. Now I think I have a problem with that. Let me just check. Because there are also relationships between races, what they call affinity between races. So I am playing a dragonkin, and we're not allowed in dwarven cities, so they don't like us. So I can't actually go into that hex there anyway. It's no good to me. All right, so I now have a choice. I can go back this way and then check. Or I can continue this way. Now the thing is, this will cost me 1 provision and 1 provision. So going here is going to cost me 2 provisions, and I can check these 2 hexes. If I go here or here, it's going to cost me 3 provisions. But I will be revealing 1 extra hex. And again, I've got to keep track of my provisions because I've got to get back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to hex 19, okay, which is a mountain. So I have to, because there's no location there, I have to check for event. Oh, it also costs me 3 provisions, so I'm down to 14. Okay, so is there going to be an event here? We get a 7, which is lucky because there's nothing. Okay, good. Right, now we need to see what's in these hexes here. So for each one, we're going to roll. So we're at 19. So this will be 20, 21, and 22. Right, so rolling for, we're still in the mountains. So rolling for hex 20, we get a 2, another mountain. This is a big mountain range. 21, 3 mountain, Jesus Christ. And 22, I've got a 1, and that is a tundra. Okay, now a tundra is going to cost 2 provisions to move into. However, tundras do not have the option of having plains next to them, and I'm looking for plains. Damn it. Now I'm going to need, to get back to the human city, I'm going to need to have 3, 4, at the moment 4 provisions. Okay, still okay. Right, let's check whether there's any locations here. So, checking for hex 20, nope. 21, nope. 22, yes, okay. We have a location in hex 22, which is tundra. So I want to see what's here. It could be an orc city, it could be ruins, it could be a portal, or it could be a human city. So let us roll and see what's in hex 22. It is 2 ruins. Okay. Ruins is good. You can explore the ruins as if it were a dungeon. We found somewhere to explore. Wunderbar. Right, so for ruins, we come to here. Right, upon reaching a ruins hex, you must roll 2d6 and refer to the table below according to the ruins terrain. The result will be a kind of dungeon found there. Okay, now, upon reaching a ruins hex, so I think I have to go in there. The trouble is I want to find the plains first before I come here. Can't go in there. Right, what I'm going to do, just to play safe, I'm going to go back to hex 3, which is another mountain. So 1, 2, 3. Go to the human city, which is a plain. And then I'm going to go to the goblin city, which is another plain. Now, in the goblin city, I'm going to restock my provisions, which is going to cost me 11 coins. Expensive, huh? So 11 coins brings me to 471, and I have all my provisions back. Okay. Now I want to check over this side whether there's any planes over here before I go to the next adventure. Right. Now, oh, sorry, I forgot to check for an event when I went here. Let's just quickly check that. Typical. All right, so let's just rewind a little bit. When I moved into this hex here, I actually got an encounter of 4 mountains for 2 orcs. All right, let's quickly do this. I've got 2 orcs. Sorry about that. I forgot all about the event. Because, like I say, I'm assuming that every time you go in the hex, you have to check. So we'll take a pause from doing the provisions and everything. Right. So we've got 2 orcs. They've got 6 hit points each, 3 damage and loot. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So I go first. So I use a fireball, which does 5 damage to both of them. They attack me, doing, what does it say? 3 damage. They do 6 damage to me. That brings me down to 28. I then basically just whack them with my sword, and because I'm using my house rule where the damage can go from one to the other, they're dead. And I get back one life. So they're dead. Now for loot, is it, I think you roll for each one, don't you? I don't think it's just one roll. I think you roll for each creature. Again, tell me if I'm wrong. So 2 loot rolls. Oh, hello. On a 6, it's a treasure. On a 5, it's a key. Okay, I don't need a key because I have the master key. So forget the key, but I do find a treasure. Now, what do I roll on for treasure when it's out in the wilds? Should I just roll a random dungeon and just roll on that? I think that's probably the safest, isn't it? So we are in mountains. So we roll a d6. We get a 6. All these 6s. I think they don't give me a bloody plane. I get 6s when I don't fucking need it. So we're in mountains. A 6 is a cave. Right, so a cave. Page 62. 62. Cave. Right, we'll roll on the treasure. For the cave, we get a 3. A magic scroll. Okay. So we find a scroll of 4. Cold ray. Okay. That'll come in handy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's near enough. 9, 10. Okay. I'm still okay. Right. I think, I don't know. Like I say, I don't know about random treasure in the wild. Right, so we have done that event, which I forgot. Okay, we moved here. We replenished our stocks here. So that cost that. I'm going to spend another coin. So 470 to get back my spell. And heal. So I'm going to recover. All right, sorry about the crackle. Let's get rid of that. Right. So we're okay there. All right, now I want to see what these are. So we're at 22, so this will be 23 and 24. Okay, so I need 6s. So 23 is 4. 23, we are in plains. 4 in plains is a forest. Don't think we have any forests yet, do we? No, we don't. The first forest, okay. And 24 is 6. Plains, yay! Oh, I shouldn't start shouting just yet. There could be a location there. It's got to be an empty hex. I can't have a location. So we are rolling for hex 23. Is there a location? 1, no. 24, is there a location? You sod. So there's no locations there, which means I can build my tower. My tower of strength. You are my tower of strength. Boink. So I go there, it costs me 1 provision. I build my tower. Yeah, baby. So I've got my tower now. Excellent. That costs me 400. So I've got 70 left. I don't think time's an issue here. I don't think it's a measurement. So we're in the tower. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now, when I build a house or a tower, can I use it to replenish stock of torches and provisions? Or do I still need to go to a city? Doesn't say. Okay. Doesn't say. Okay, well, like, I mean, I'm next to a Goblin City, so I can just get provisions in there. But I have a tower. I have a home. But I've only got 70 coins left now, which is a little bit of a problem. All right, so... Oh, should I have done the event first? Because I moved there. I think I should have done, shouldn't I? All right, so just check for an event. This is Plains 7. Okay, we're okay. I keep forgetting the events. Sorry, guys. But yes, I do build the tower there, so I actually have somewhere that I can leave stuff. Now, what do I want to leave there? I think I'm going to leave... Let's just put like here, in tower. I think I'm going to leave the blessed potion. So that's gone. Well, it's not gone, it's in the tower. I'm going to put the kukri of protection, which does d6 plus 2. So that's in the tower. I'm thinking of keeping the Vorpal sword, because that could be quite useful. Protector candle. I'll probably use that in the next dungeon. I think I'll leave the teleport scroll as well. Because I want to keep enough in the tower so that if I do lose something, it's not automatically going to be something that I really want, you know. So I want to keep some bits and bobs in there, you know, so there's a chance of that stuff being nicked. So I'm losing that. So I put 3 things in there. Okay, that'll do. Okay. Sorted. Sorted. Okay, we are ready to rock. So I'm still carrying the Vorpal sword and the vampiric warhammer. Okay, sorted. Now, I moved into here, so now I can see what's in these 3 hexes. I mean, like I say, I might just go back down to here and explore the ruins, but we'll see if there's anything nearby. So we're at 24, so 25, 26, and 27. All right, so what is in 25? Okay, so we're looking from plains. So we're looking from plains. Right, so 25 is a glacier. Okay. 26 is another glacier. Oh God. And 27 is water. Could be a river. Okay. You see, glaciers could be a problem, especially if they've got a location. It's either thin ice or a portal. So, okay, let's check. I don't think water has a location. Oh, it does. It does, look, it does have locations. Okay, so we're going to check for locations. 25, yes. 26, no. 27, yes. Okay, loads of locations here. So 25 has a location, that's glacier. So what's the location going to be? It is a 6. It's a portal. Oh, okay. Now, portals can be a bit dangerous because you never know where you're going to end up or how to get back. Water, that water there had a location, didn't it? So, the 2 rocks. All right. It's not possible to pass it. Okay, so I can't, even with a boat, I can't actually go this way. So it's kind of, I'm thinking like maybe this is a river and these are rapids. Yeah, so I can't actually go through here. Okay, but here we've got a glacier with nothing there. Now the portal. Oh, I'm so tempted to use a portal, but the thing is, you never know where you're going to end up. But it is an option. For example, if I fill up this entire this hex page, if I don't find anything more interesting, I can actually use the portal to go to another world as a backup. So what are we doing? Okay, so I don't really want to go this way. So I think what I'm going to do is come back to the ruins. I'm going to come back to the ruins and then explore that. So we travel to the Goblin City, plains, 1 provision. We travel to the Human City, plains, 1 provision. I am going to... Is there anything else I want to do in here? Hire a boat. I don't really want to hire a boat. Don't need to fix. I need to get some more provisions. Okay, I can buy some provisions. Human City. Can eliminate a curse or cursed item for 200 coins. Nah. So I'm just going to spend 3 coins. So I'm down to 67 to get stocked up on provisions again. Now, if I go here, the glacier is going to cost me 2, and it has a location, so I don't have to worry about events, which is awesome. If I go here, I've got to check for an event, 3 provisions, 3 provisions. If I go through here, shortcut. So we are going to go here to the glacier. That costs me 2 provisions. Because it's a location, there's no event. Wonderful, amazing. And then we are going to go into the tundra, which costs me another 2 provisions. And now I can actually find out what is in the ruins. So let's go to the page 31, ruins. Upon reaching a ruins hex, you must roll 2d6 and refer to the table below according to the ruins terrain. Well, we are in tundra. So it could be a cave, a prison, a ziggurat, a necropolis, or the mega dungeon. Once you put on your map, it can't appear again. Okay, so you can only have 1 mega dungeon per map. Right, so we're going to roll 2d6. So chances are it's going to be a prison. All right, let us see. So 2d6, we are looking at the ruins of a bonk. 8. Ziggurat. Oh, we found a ziggurat. So we have to basically, okay, so let's do that like that and like that. So I'll put here ruins, and then what I'll do is, like I've done here with the other 2 dungeons, in brackets I'll just put the abbreviation for the name. So we're at a ziggurat. Okay, let me get a piece of papier. Let me get a piece of paper. Right, new piece of scrap paper to write down the details. We are at a ziggurat ruins. Very nice. Right, we have to create the name. Leave that there for the moment. Okay, the name. So it is a part 1 ziggurat 3 and then 4. Sweet. We need to use 3d6. Right, so this is, so we got 11, 14. So this is the grimy, I just spelled cigarette. ziggurat. The grimy ziggurat. We got, what's that, 9 of the eternal or eternal? I'll put eternal, I think. Of the eternal. And then 3, 6, road. The grimy ziggurat of the eternal road. GZER. Okay. So the abbreviation is the grimy ziggurat of the eternal road. Gzr. All right. So we have a ziggurat. Now ziggurats, page 52. This is one of the new ones. It's one of the new ones. Okay. Now for the tower there has defense 4. Right. Oh, do I need to check? Whenever you leave a dungeon, roll a die. Okay, so when we leave a dungeon, I've got to roll the die. Okay. All right, so we are looking at page, what was it? Page 52. Page 52. Ziggurat. What do we... Let's have a butcher's before we finish the episode. Let's have a look and see what we're getting ourselves into. The dungeon is hidden beneath an immense pyramidal structure. Staircase leads to the top. Upstairs is a dark well that leads into darkness. There's a rope on the side. You descend for more than 20 meters until you reach a large square room with 4 doors, 1 on each wall. Okay, so for this one, I may have to start in the center of the page. Okay. Okay. There's some bits here that aren't translated, so I'm gonna have to go on to Google Translate for them. Okay. Nothing there. Oh, passage opens and a monster emerges. Ugh. Room contents, snakes, horrible stuff. Right, monsters, what we got? Boar tribe leader, boar soldiers. What are they like? Beastmen kind of thing, is it? Goblin assassins. Ah, shit. Goblins. Pantera. Pantera is panther, isn't it? Pantera. Brilliant. Brilliant band. Walk. Walk. Brilliant band. Giant bat, sun god, living statue, giant feathered serpent. Was that like the coatl, is it? Strange fruit. I need a lantern. There's no lanterns here, is there? I want to get a lantern so I can use 2 weapons. No lanterns. Shit. What's this? When you are in the hexagon of this dungeon, but outside the dungeon. Huh? Hexagon? What? What? When you are in the hexagon of this dungeon, but outside the dungeon. Oh, is this talking about? Is this talking about there? Is it? You can spend 1 provision and roll a die on the table below. Oh. All right, sweet. So we are going into the grimy ziggurat of the Eternal Road in the next episode. Wonderful. We've expanded the map a little bit more so we can see where we're going now. We now have 27 hexes revealed. A lot more locations. I mean, when I did that, was it Pasadalum? Nothing turned up. I've got no locations whatsoever. Here, I'm swimming in locations. It's amazing. Right, so that will do for episode, what is this? Episode 11, I think. We've done a bit more Hexploring. We have got our tower. At last, we have a haven, a lair, where we can keep some stuff. When I finish this dungeon, I do have to roll a die to see whether anything got nicked. Bloody hope it didn't. And then we can start looking at other advanced classes. Because if I want to upgrade my tower into bigger buildings, I need to become a noble. Because I want to upgrade to a castle. All right, so guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Again, just a little bit of Hexploring. This is in the advanced rules of the game. And again, it's worth getting the advanced because you get the basic rules in there anyway. So you don't need to download the freebie and then get the advanced rules. No, just get the advanced game. It's only $2. You get everything in it. And there's so much more in this game than just looking through dungeons. So we are going to call it a day for this. We are outside the dungeon here, outside the ziggurat. We're going to be rolling on that special Effect of the Forgotten Gods before we go in. So yeah, let's prepare ourselves for episode 12. So guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Please take a moment to like and subscribe. We'd really appreciate that. I really do want to try and get 1,000 subscribers this year. And yeah, keep an eye on the channel. Got a lot more coming. I've got some other games which I'm currently prepping. Some others I need to get bound up that I've already printed. But yeah, a lot's coming. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you. Take care of yourselves and stay safe. Cheers.